Folks, here's the bear omelet. Let's get sausage, bacon, ham, cheese. Get some fried taters, sourdough bread, plenty of coffee. So, I'll let you know how it tastes. Okay, folks, we're going to go up here to Fort William Henry. Been here before, but we're doing it again. So, there were actually a couple of forts here. This just happened to be the last one. And it's closed up, so we can't go in. Nothing opens up until after Memorial Day. And like I said, we got to be careful with the ticks. I just got one off of my shirt. Lone Star tick. So, got to be careful. I'll have to look real good tonight when I clean up. And Fort William Henry, 1692 to 1696. And as you can see, this here was the officers' quarters, right through here. That's the doors to go in with the turret there. And the wall that went around. That there, I can't remember what that building was called. Oh, we do have people living over here. Just the other side. So, ain't no sense in going that way since we can't get in, but I think we can go down and around. That's an older building there. I think that was built quite a bit after the fort was built. Yeah, there's the fort. 3 flagpoles. The wall. You can hear the water, the waves. Ocean's right there. Yeah. Private property right there. So we can't go beyond the fence. But we can go here. The big old Atlantic Ocean. A little nippy out here. The fog kind of makes the air wet, so. But we'll come back when this place is open and visit it. So, see y'all back at the truck. You know, folks, we are back at Fort William Henry. We're going to go inside this time and see what it looks like inside. Haven't been in there in over 50 years, I believe. So, let's go down and take a look. Folks, here's the bear omelet. Let's get sausage, bacon, ham, cheese. Get some fried taters, sourdough bread, plenty of coffee. So, I'll let you know how it tastes. Alright folks, let's go on into the old fort. This is Fort William Henry, and when you enter, you see it was built around a big old rock. Here. And walk around this way. Got some people upstairs. And here have the stairs. Hi. Okay, folks, we are up here on the second floor of the fort. And here we have guns, politics, and furs. And a lot of stuff. Baskets. Pottery. There's the building that's shut down. Right there. Sorry about the glare, folks, but it is what it is. Mark Rounds was stationed at Fort William Henry when it fell to French and Indian forces in the summer of 1696. Looking out on the water. How about we go up? Let's see here. Commemorative of the early European settlements. There's the forts of Pemaquid, Fort William Henry, Fort Charles. That is Fort Knox. Have you been up there? Yeah, they got a new bridge built. I think it's 20 years old now, but it's a new bridge. Man, caution slippery when wet. Here we go, folks. We are at the top of the fort. This is what the defenders would have seen. Now, that skylight wouldn't have been here when the fort was built. You see some of the old foundation for the buildings. Danger, keep off. Yes, you have to tell people. Should be common sense, but it's not. Okay, folks, well, I hope y'all enjoyed the fort as much as I do. I enjoy coming out here every time I visit Maine. I guess it just kind of brings back memories from my childhood. And it seems like the older I get, the more I look forward to that stuff. So, wish this building was open right here. We can't get in it, it's closed. So, we'll bring y'all back later. Folks, this is the old cemetery of the colonial town of Pemaquid. Just thought I'd go through here. That was Clarissa Wheeler. She died January 13th, 1878. She was 72 years, 4 months, and 18 days. That one's not all that old. Neither is that one. I did see some older ones over here. And we are at the back of them right now. So let's see if we can't get around to the front of them. Let's see here. There we go. That was Sally, wife of S.A. Bradley, died August 5th, 1836, 55 years. In memory of Rebecca, daughter of, I can't tell that, so that one died October 22nd, 1819. There's one there. In memory of Alexander Nichols, died February 11th, 1700, 76 years old. So, some of these are old, they're all corroded up or patina. Can't read that one. These are some old ones here. There's Captain Thomas Miller, died March 21st, 1831, 69 years. Hannah, wife of Captain Thomas Miller, died September 26, 1860, it looks like, 95 years. There's some old graves in here, folks. There's probably some ghosts running around here. Let's go. See if we can find something older than 1700. It looks like the oldest one I found so far was 1700. So they do go through here. And here's the gate, I guess. I came in the wrong way. So there's one there. John R., born in 1898, died in 1995. Almost made it to 100. It's beautiful out here. The old burying ground. Oh, yeah, that can't be right. It says, although the oldest stone here reads 1734, I did find one from 1700. It is not known how old the burying ground really is. The actual burial area probably extends beyond the stone walls, which were built in 1874 to replace a rotted wooden fence. The names of 200 people are recorded on the stones here, but there are also accounts of mass burials after native attacks on the village in the 1600s. Over the decades, people have mentioned finding stones here as old as 1652. Joseph Sykes is responsible for some of the stone carvings found here. Sykes was a part of a family of stone carvers. So, very interesting, folks. Very interesting. And we're going to go over here to Colonial Pemaquid. There are no buildings standing anymore across the road here, but there are foundations, so we will check those out and see what we can see. Here we go. Yeah, records show that about 20 to 30 adult male settlers lived in Pemaquid and signed the Oath of Allegiance to Massachusetts in 1674. This suggests that Pemaquid's total population at that time totaled between 150 and 200 people. This small structure here, see if I can zoom out a little bit. There we go. That structure right there may have served as Pemaquid's jail in the 1600s. The building probably extended into the area covered by the present-day road, which is right there. Thus has not been fully excavated by archaeologists. The main clue for the building's identity emerged when archaeologists uncovered the charred remains of a wooden stockade on the structure's east side. And that's what it would have looked like right there. We're gonna have to check ourselves really carefully here for ticks. So we're going down through there, folks. I'll bring you back when we get there. Okay, folks, just to let you know, this place, like most every other place I've opened up, or visited, I'm sorry, does not open up until after Labor Day. They cater to the tourists, not to the locals. So if you're a local and you want to see it, you can come up. We can walk around now, but it's you can't get into the museum, so have to come back after Labor Day. Some of them don't open up until June 1st. We have another structure here. Let's see what this one was. This stone foundation is all that remains of one of Pemaquid's earliest and most important buildings, a fortified warehouse built to store valuables. Okay. That's what it would have looked like there. And here's the foundation of it. And if y'all want to read it, you can pause it. The historical documents record that Abraham Shurt, an agent for Pemaquid owners, built such a warehouse in 1630. The English pirate Dixie Bull attacked it in 1632 and reportedly took goods and provisions valued at 500 pounds. Bull's raid did not destroy the warehouse, which likely stood until 1676, when settlers hastily abandoned Pemaquid before it was torched by the natives. So they had native problems here too. There's another structure there or something there, but there is no sign to tell me what it was. So here, something was here. Not sure what it was. There are no signs here, so we'll go over here. Okay, this was a small one. The objects excavated here provided clues to the function of this building. Archaeologists found iron slag, a bubbly glass-like waste material created during the forging process, nails, pieces of scrap metal, and burned earth, all of which indicate that the building served as a blacksmith shop. Okay, so here's what it would have looked like, and this is the foundation of it. So we have a long one here, which may have had several rooms, I don't know, or a couple of rooms. One of the largest buildings that Pemaquid probably built in the mid-1600s stood here. Remains of the foundation indicate that the original building was enlarged. These sections in the center and to the right were probably constructed first, with the left portion added later. The central room also included a chimney, as indicated by the chimney base exposed near the back wall. Okay. And I would say that's probably going to be it over there, but I'm not sure. So that's what it would have looked like. There's the foundation, so it would have been, the chimney would have been over here somewhere, right back up in there. So okay, and let's go over here. My guess, nope, this was a building. I was saying this might have been the well, but oh, we got some ducks down there. One of Pemaquid's earliest structures stood on this site. It was probably a dwelling framed with hewn timbers. Archaeological evidence revealed that this building's walls were made of wattle and daub. In this technique, sticks or staves, wattle, were set between wall studs. Clay mixed with straw daub was then pressed against the wattle where it dried to form a flat surface about 4 inches thick. That's what it would have looked like. And this is what's left of it here. You can see they're not very big houses. So, sorry, ducks. We have another structure here. You can see the foundation down there. Stone walls probably served as a house foundation. The size of the foundation, 14 feet by 16 feet, suggests that this dwelling had only one room. Single room homes were not unusual in the New World. Okay. Here's what it probably looked like. The foundation. Y'all can read that if you want to. And there it is down there. And we have no sign for this one. So I guess they need to come out and replace signs, or they do not know what it was and just fenced it off. Here we go. Here at Pemaquid Harbor on August 15, 1635, the 250-ton galleon Angel Gabriel was wrecked in a fierce hurricane one day after her arrival from Bristol, England. Many of the vessel's immigrants to the New World had come ashore at the small Pemaquid settlement before the storm struck, but several crew members and passengers still aboard the ship perished. The surviving passengers eventually departed Pemaquid for towns in northeastern Massachusetts and southern New Hampshire. This marker commemorating the historic voyage and loss of the Angel Gabriel was dedicated on August 15, 2010, the 375th anniversary of the wreck, by descendants of William Ferber, a 21-year-old passenger who later settled in Dover, New Hampshire. So there we go. Yeah, folks, we are over here at the Colonial Pemaquid site. It's up behind me here, but just thought I'd show you fog's moving in again down here on the cove, because over here it's clear. As you can see that fog bank up over the hill there behind it. So